Hey guys, this is Abhishek, and in this video I will talk about how you can customize some of the font that you are using, or the lines or the plot is basically to have it more according to your own requirements. So the first thing, or the function that we're going to use is from the plt.rc parameters. So this is the chart that we had created in the previous video. We modified it a little bit, but now what we want, let's say for example, we want to increase the font size. So in the bracket, we need to specify font dot size, as you can see, equals to, let's say, 15, and execute the plot again. So if I go down and show you, now the font size is 15. Let's say if it is too big, let's make it 12, and again on 12, this is how it is coming. So probably if you think this is fine for you, you can use it. And next thing what we can use is rc params, and let's say we want is font dot family, and let's see, we want serif, and execute again. Now you will see the font of the chart has been changed. So you have a couple of others, like if I press tab, font dot, so you have monospace, sans serif, serif, all of these, different one that you can use. Apart from this, so I'll just font family like this, and maybe make it 10 so that this is properly coming. Execute it, font family, adding the quote. So now it is properly coming. And after that, let's say there is a need that you want to change it to a different styles. So there is a style method that we can use, and another method we will use is refresh tab plt.style.use, and you can specify style. And style is, there are three ways how you can specify the style, but I'm going to use very directly one of the famous style, which is ggplot, grammar of graphics plot. Let's execute that, and let's execute this. Now you will see that the style has been changed, and it's pretty nice according to the basic ggplot grammar of graphics. There is another style which is very popular from this website. I think it is 538. So let's see, 538. I think that's the right name. Yeah. So if that is a style you want to use, then this is the style. Very similar to your ggplot, but 538 has their own way. So what I'll do is I'll just comment this so that it is not impacting, and I'm just straightforward default using the 538, and yeah, that's the right style. So that's about how you can use the style. But let's say you want to come back to the default, you can use default. Okay, and this is your default style that you can apply. So you can experiment, and then if you want to come back, you can always use default. One other style I would like to show you is the presentation. So that is really helpful when you want to show the plot on a paper so that it looks from a presentation perspective. So if I execute that, file not found, presentation, I think the name is right, PRESENTATION. Let's go down and see what it is basically saying. Presentation not found in the style library. See style.available. Okay, let's go ahead and see why it is not available. I remember that I used it. Style.available. So here we are, BMH classic, we have used 538. Okay, I think probably, not sure that they have removed it or what. So you have these different styles that you can then use on the presentation. Maybe, you know, that is from the perspective here. I have used in one of the previous videos I have used the function, and I think that was save fig. So save fig is basically to save the figure with the proper DPI and all of those things to put it on a presentation. Probably because of that they must have removed it, so I was not aware. So but apart from that, these are the different ones that you can use. So let's try to use it, maybe classic, and here we are with the classic format. Okay, now let's move ahead and see a couple of other things. Let's try to see something related to the lines, and let me change it to, let's say, ggplot. And before that I will just use style dot, not style, RC params, and I want to use line. So you can see that related to the lines you have a lot of you know, parameters to give: line color, line cap style, John style, pattern. Let's specify the line width and make it 2, for example, and execute that. So this is the line width. Let's make it 10 to see the impact. Now you can see with the 10 the line width has been increased. So this way, you know, you have a lot of options related to even lines. If you want to come dash pattern and dot pattern, I think they are boolean if I'm not wrong, and color obviously, and marker size if you are using marker on the color. Apart from that, if you want to use the complete list, I just press the tab, and here is basically the complete list, like related to the axis, right? So if you want to use format or limits related to the axis, yeah, axis dot label size, maybe you want to use that. So this way, if you have the label size will be increased or decreased. So I think in this case here it has been increased. And apart from that, it's more or less like how do you want to experiment with it, because there are a lot of, so if you are using grid, you have the grid, like label color, label padding, you know, title size if you want to work with the title. So pretty much a lot of things which have been given. One last thing I would really, you know, I will just maybe increase title size just to, so that it is working fine, not giving me the error. One last thing I would really like to show you is the configuration file, where you can specify the default configuration that you can use in across the notebooks that you are opening, because by default these notebooks catch the information from that file. So for that, what I'll do is I will comment this out, and then I will use import matplotlib as mpl, and let me execute it and create one cell above and say mpl.matplotlib.fname and execute it. So with this function matplotlib underscore fname, what you are getting is this file on this particular location, and the file name is here matplotlib prc. So I think I have opened it. Yes, matplotlib, and I think mpl data. So and matplotlib mpl data matplotlib rc, matplotlib rc. Yep. So if I double click and open it in a notepad, and here is this file. So this is basically saying matplotlib rc format, and this is the sample matplotlib configuration file. You can find a copy of it in your system, blah blah blah. And if you go down, you will see by default interactive is false, right? But I have shown you in previous video how you can make it interactive. You can specify the time zone, and then line width. By default, what is a line width, what is a line style, color, all of these different parameters that you are seeing. Patch line width, box related to the box plot. If I go down, you will see a lot of other information related to the font, right? So related to font, if you want to specify by default what are the font styles and their stretch, fade, and other things are. So this way you can basically update the information over here, but I will be a bit cautious, because if you really want to use different types of styles, and there is no point. But I just wanted to give you an idea about that the file exists here, and you can basically specify what the default properties are in the key value. So this is the key, this is the value, this is the key, this is the value, in that format. And here they have done a really nice job in terms of showing what it really means. So HTML5, video tags and movie writer, a lot of different things with which you can experiment. So that's what I wanted to mainly show you. If I go back to this, so you can use this function matplotlib_fname, which is basically file name, and get the file information. So that's pretty much all I have for you in this video, and I'll meet you in the new one with a new topic.